Dear friends, now we'll discuss the Tally data processing structure. Before recording voucher, you also need to be understand how the Tally data is going to be processed, right? So very simple. Now we'll discuss these two things. One is the traditional method, another one is the smart method. What is traditional? What is the basic steps for Tally data processing? So very simple. In Tally application, we have totally three major steps. Step 1, accounts information. Step 2, inventory information. Step 3, accounting vouchers. What they are? Step 1, accounts information. Step 2, inventory information. Step 3, accounting vouchers. Now let us understand what is ledger, what is item. Look, if you want to run a business, you need a lot of resources. You need stock, there will be purchases, so there will be creditors, there will be sales, there will be debtors called as customers, there will be some incomes and expenditure, all the employees and salaries, commission, wages, assets, property, all this is called as resources. The things whatever you need, the things whatever involving in the business is called as resources. All the business resources except items. Once again I repeat, all the business resources except items is called as ledger. All the business resources except items is called as ledger. So except item name, whatever name that you are observing in a business is called as ledger. Yes, all the ledgers to be created in step 1. What the path? Accounts info, ledgers, create. Accounts info, ledgers, create. There you need to create each and every business resource except item. That means it's called as ledger. Yes, in step number 1, what is the path? Accounts info, ledgers, create. In here, in accounts info, ledger and create, you need to create each and every business resource name but except an item name. The item name to be created in step 2. It's called as inventory information. Are you understanding? For example, if I am dealing with a computer business, when I am buying Dell computer, Lenovo computer, when I am buying HP computer, I am buying from X company, I am buying from Y company, I am buying from Z company. So in these cases, there is totally 3 companies and 3 items: X company, Y company, Z company, Dell computer, Lenovo computer, HP computer. Out of these 6 resources, there is totally 3 items. There is totally 3 items, and the items are Dell and Lenovo and HP. These are all the items will be created in where? In step 2. Except item, whatever is there, except item, whatever is there, whether it is the party name or cash name or purchase, that to be created in step 1. What is the path? Accounts info, ledgers, create. Very simple. Just remember only one thing. In step 1, the path accounts info, ledgers, create. There you need to create all the business resources except your product name. That's it. All the customer name, vendor name, asset name, property name, income name, expenditure name like salaries, wages, commission, income, rent, all the name of the ledgers but except item names to be created in step 1. So now when you want to record an item, you need to get down to inventory information. Make sure before creating an item name, first you need to create groups if required, or else you may keep it blank. Now the steps are involving in step 2 is very simple. There is totally 3 elements. The elements are: number A, stock group; number B, units of measure; number C, stock item. In step 1 we are creating all the ledgers, but in step 2 we are going to create about all the items, right? So in step 2 there is totally 3 elements. What is the first one? Number A, stock group; number B, units of measure; number C, stock item. For example, if in a business I am dealing with computers as well as I am dealing with also mobile, so what I'll do, I just want to make them separately, yes or no? So that I will create what? I'll create stock group. I'll create a group in the name of computers. I'll create one more group in the name of mobiles. So then based on the same groups, whenever I'm going to create stock item, the system, if the groups are already created, likely mobiles and computers, whenever you are trying to create an item, the system will give a chance to select a proper group. Whenever I'm creating a Dell computer, I select a group name called as computer. Whenever I'm creating any Nokia mobile or Samsung mobile, I'll select the group name called as mobile. So make sure the group creation is not compulsion, it is just an option. If you want to make your goods category wise or group wise, then you need to create the groups, or else you don't need to create the groups. Next one is that units of measure. That means it is a measurement that how we are going to measure our product, whether it is in kgs, liter, number, meter, centimeter, how we are going to measure our product, that we need to create in, that is B element, that is units of measure. And the third one is that stock item creation. Here we are going to create all the item names. So this is totally 3 elements. Number A, stock group; number B, units of measure; number C, stock item. And after that, make sure that in next step is that what is the step 3? In the step 3 we have accounting voucher. We already discussed predefined voucher in Tally, right? So these vouchers are available in F3. But now how the data is going to be processed? So very simple. Make sure that now in Tally application, after once company was created, we have a target to pass a voucher, right? But make sure, if you want to pass any voucher, if you want to pass any like a sales voucher or a purchase voucher or receipt voucher or payment voucher, make sure that before recording any voucher, first you need to give the information about the resources. That means, for example, I am buying goods from X company, I am buying one Dell computer, I am buying goods from X company, I am buying one Dell computer. So if you go directly to accounting voucher on F9, there will be no names are created, there is no ledger, there is no items are created. So make sure that if you want to record any accounting voucher, for the respective accounts, for the respective voucher, first you need to give the information to Tally. Tally don't know from whom we are buying and what we are buying, right? So before recording a purchase voucher, you need to create the required resources in step 1 and step 2. So whatever resources that you already created in step 1 and step 2, that will be available, that can be selected in step 3 accounting voucher. So directly we cannot pass step 3 accounting voucher, right? If you want to pass any accounting voucher, first you need to give the information in where you need to give the information in step 1 and step 2. So what is step 1? Step 1 is for accounts information, creating ledgers, and step 2 is for inventory information, creating stock items. So whatever ledgers you created, whatever items you created in step 2, that can be viewable, that can be selected in step 3 accounting voucher. So directly we cannot pass the voucher. If you want to pass any accounting voucher like sales voucher, purchase voucher, receipt voucher or payment voucher, anything, first you need to create the respective ledgers and respective items in step 1 and step 2. So this is the Tally data processing. How we are passing? First create ledgers, then create stock item, then use the same ledgers and the same items in step 3, and this is how we pass the voucher. This is how the data is going to be recorded in a Tally application. But see, is it mandatory to follow step 1 and step 2? Is there is any chance to go and work directly in step 3? Yes, there is also flexibility in Tally application. If you know a shortcut key, even simply you can skip step 1 and step 2. All the ledgers, all the items can be created directly in the main file of recording voucher. And what is the shortcut key? Yes, very simple. Alt plus C. Alt plus C is one of the finest shortcut key in Tally application, very mostly used shortcut key. What is that? Alt plus C. Alt plus C is a multi-creation key. Alt plus C is used to create ledgers, Alt plus C is used to create items, Alt plus C is used to create groups. Anything, whatever you want to create, anything like employees group, go down cost center, anything, there is no rule. Whatever you wanted to create, you can create all the ledgers, you can create the all items, group, measurement, anything, whatever you want to create, you just create simply by pressing Alt plus C. Alt plus C is a multi-functional, multi-creation shortcut key. Right? So now if you go through a traditional method, first you need to create ledgers, then you need to create item, then you can use the ledgers and items in step 3, that is accounting voucher. And if you go to smart method, you may simply skip step 1 accounts info, and you also can skip step 2 inventory info. Directly just go back to step 3 accounting voucher, and wherever you need the ledger, or wherever you need the item, or wherever you need the group or any measurement, directly press Alt plus C. In a ledger location, if you press Alt plus C, that will take you through step 1. In a item location, if you press Alt C, that will take you directly to item creation. In a stock item location, if you press Alt C, that will take you directly to stock item creation. In a stock group location, if you press Alt C, that will take you directly to a stock group creation. In a measurement location, if you press Alt C, that will take you directly to item measurement creation. So this works based on the location. In a ledger location, if you are keeping your cursor on ledger location, and if you press Alt C, that will open directly in ledger creation. And if you are keeping your cursor on item location, and if you press Alt C, that will open directly in item creation. And if you are keeping your path on group, it will take you directly to the group creation. So that's your choice. And make sure one thing to be remember, if there is any opening balances, 101%, you need to follow only traditional method, because when you are pressing Alt plus C, if there is any opening balance, we cannot enter opening balances by pressing Alt C. If there is any opening balances for any ledger, you need to go through with the traditional method, that is again go back to accounts info, ledgers create. There wherever you are going to enter the name of the group, and under group add down, the system will give you a chance to enter the opening balance. But if you go to smart method by pressing Alt C, there the system never give a chance to enter the opening balance. So make sure that ensure that if there is an opening balances, you just proceed only with the traditional method. If there is no opening balances, you can record all the voucher directly by pressing Alt plus C, and that's about Tally data entry processing. Thank you.